What is going on, everyone? Badger here. I'm sure like and sub, and let's get into this. They are at it again. If you remember the story a couple of weeks ago, over here at Ubisoft, the French video game union, the Syndicate of Travelers, or the Syndicat des Travailleurs, they went on strike earlier for basically because they wanted to not go into work. They had to go into work. Ubisoft was requiring them to go into the actual office 3 days a week, and somehow that was too much for them, and so they went on strike. And that same union is now trying to get a very specific message across, one that I actually think is easily disproven. Because, shocker, some people are absolutely vital to a project, while others are absolutely replaceable. It ain't an even Steven type situation. So here we go. This is a post on their union website saying employee health must come before the myth of creative genius. The union section of the Ubisoft's Montpellier addressed an alleged internal leak that claims that a former Ubisoft employee who left the company while it was conducting an internal investigation on him is now working as a consultant on a project that is in the exploration phase. That was a mouthful. Claiming that the situation raises serious concerns about the safety of workers, particularly in the face of psychosocial risks. Psychosocial? I hope they don't have any manifestos, is what I believe that means. It then encouraged Ubisoft employees who might be at risk to contact the union so that they can be put in place the necessary measures to preserve your health and safety. Also saying the major issue is not the return of a particular person, but the trust that we can all place in Ubisoft's internal reporting processes, especially in cases where these do not include any staff representatives. What guarantees do we have that tomorrow other people implicated will not work with Ubisoft again through similar mechanisms? It seems to us more than urgent to review these procedures and for Ubisoft to make firm commitments on the preservation of cases of harassment and to stick to. Okay, so that's what's going on. It is vital to move away from belief that single people are essential to the realization of a product. More than ever, games are the result of a collaborative work of workers. Okay, so forgive me, I am going through this with you. So what we really got going on is someone who was working for them and then went under an internal investigation for SA or sexual harassment, probably. Then, because they wanted that person still to work, was able to just get hired back as a consultant, essentially still doing the same thing. And whoever reported them or was waiting for the investigation to finish, they're still working with the person. So that is quite a different thing of what I thought they were originally going with. So that's where they do get to say it is vital to move away from the belief that single people are essential to the realization of a project. More than ever, games are the result of the collaborative work of workers and not the one or two talents. Okay, I do unfortunately agree with that. Now, if those one or two talents break the law, that's different. But if you just think that everyone is equal and that games can go on, no. Showrunners are showrunners for a reason. Game directors are game directors for a reason. And we see their effect, good and bad. There's two particular people that were absolutely vital to the Assassin's Creed, and when they were taken out, Assassin's Creed never recovered. And the first one was the first actual creator of Assassin's Creed, Patrice Desilets. I don't know how to say it in French. And I mean, Major set the tone for the first Ezio games and Altair games. And of course, the other one is Darby McDevitt, who was with it all the way up until Valhalla. And, he was up with it till Black Flag, and he came back from Valhalla. And Valhalla was their biggest one, had some of the best connections to the earlier game lore. But the point is, these two people were absolutely vital to a game service, far more than any of the other throwaway devs. Now, that does not mean if something like sexual harassment or something like that is brought up that they should just be kept on while working. But the whole no, we're all equal here is just not true. And so yeah, that seems to be the crux of that. Very seriously, the problem also is this is all based in the Me Too, and now in hindsight we see that hashtag Me Too was used. Sure, one or two, three people that actually deserved it got hit, but it seems like after a while it was just used as a tool, like Jennifer Lee at Disney Animation, who used it to oust Jonathan Lasseter and replace it with her own hires, and just take that example. That's what Gamergate was, essentially, as a fancy little Me Too. And then that got used to replace a bunch of people. So, yes, one or two people, even just one person, can be irreplaceable, unreplaceable in a video game. But that, of course, if they do no-nos, does not excuse it. Either way, let me know what you think about all of this. What do you think about the fact that Ubisoft basically, someone was under investigation for inappropriate behavior, and then they just went around while that person should have been on administrative leave and out of the office, away from the person they were involved in while it's investigated, they're right back in the office working as a consultant. That seems a little shady. So let me know what you think. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.